Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 56 in the book of Genesis. Today's title is, I Hope You Like This Earth. And the reason I'm titling it that, because Noah came to that conclusion after being on the ark for more than a year. He gets to step back on the earth. It's a great moment. This is from Genesis chapter number 8. I'm going to start in verse 13. In the 601st year, in the first month, on the first day of the month, it's kind of like January 1st, the waters, it's also Noah's birthday, the waters were dried from off the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. In the second month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth had dried out. Then God said to Noah, go out from the ark, you and your wife, and your sons wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing that is with you, of all flesh, birds and animals, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, that they may swarm on the earth and be fruitful and multiply on the earth. So that's the command to the animals. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him. Every beast, every creeping thing, and every bird, everything that moves on the earth went out by families from the ark. All right, so the waters have prevailed for 5 months. The waters rose for 5 months. Then he hits Mount Ararat. Then the waters recede, abate for 150 days. And then near the end there, he sees another mountain, and then he sends out a raven. Then he sends out 3 doves, maybe the same dove. And then the last thing he does is this 2-month period, 70-day period, where he removes this cover, and then he waits just a little bit longer until the Lord tells him to go. So that all sum totals a year and 10 days. It happens on this day. It happens to be his birthday, and God gives him a special birthday gift on his 601st birthday, which is dryness. He gives him a place to stand. So remember, back in creation, one of the things that the Lord created was land and water, and then he separates those two things. In Genesis chapter 1, God said, let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters. So in other words, let there be land, let land come out of the water. And that's what we get here today. This is such an important day. It's a new beginning. It's kind of like a resolution day is how I'm thinking about it. It's a day that Noah gets to set his heart. We'll see tomorrow how he sets his heart and receives this wonderful tabernacle. So this day, this January 1st day, it's the same day. It's mentioned 6 times in the Bible, not this particular, but other significant starting over days. The day that the tabernacle was set up was one. The sanctification of the temple by Hezekiah was another. And then the one I like was Ezra being in Babylon and going back to the land of Israel. And then you see Ezra's heart as he does that. It says that Ezra set his heart in a certain way, and that's what we kind of see what Noah is going to be doing here today. So what kind of a world does Noah set foot back on? So he's been on this boat for a year, but he hasn't left the boat for a year and 10 days. And we get a new earth. It's not the only time we see this new earth. We see it in Revelation in chapter 21, verse number 1. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, and for the first time, and for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. That's probably what Noah is seeing, is kind of an old earth gone and a new earth has come, and the sea was no more. And then John writes further in Revelation, and I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the dwelling place of God is with man. He will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God will be with them. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. neither shall there be mourning or crying or pain anymore, for the former things that passed away. So I think this is kind of a little hint of what I just read for you there in Revelation chapter 21. It's the beginning again of our ongoing relationship with the earth and also with the Lord of the earth. So one of the thoughts I had today is, golly, I hope you like this earth, because when it is said and done, we're going to get a renewed earth and a renewed heaven, and believers get to spend eternity on either, you can argue, either this earth or a renewed earth and with God. So we get to be with his angels, we get to be with some other kind of special creatures, and we get to be with the people of God, and most importantly, we get to be with God himself. Where? Well, if you like the earth, become a Christian, because it's going to be here, and if you're not a Christian, it's somewhere else, and you don't want to know about that. So if you are a believer, you're going to have an eternal relationship with earth, maybe this earth, a renewed earth, or a new earth. So we're going to have heaven come down on earth and stay there. So today we hear a command to the animals, which is to go be fruitful and multiply. It's a fruitfulness mandate. And Noah also heard, his great-grandfather heard that 10 generations ago, and tomorrow, or maybe the next day, we're going to hear that fruitfulness mandate go back to people as well. Of interest, Noah waits. He goes out after he waits for the Lord. He waits for the command, which is a whole year and 10 days after he goes into there. He got into the boat by a command, and he's going to go out by a boat. And God is still present, and it's a good thing because there's nobody else out there. It's eerily quiet. All right, so let's pay attention here. Number one, I think we're going to be living on a renewed earth. To Noah's amazement, I'm sure he was thrilled about this. I just went to the zoo the other day, and we smelled one single llama, which kind of stunk to high heaven, to be honest with you. And there was probably nobody happier than Noah to get off that boat being with all those animals. So I'm sure he was thrilled to live where? Here, to live on this beautiful earth. Nobody was happier to get off the boat. So I hope you similarly love the earth. I hope you love creation. I hope you love being with God. I hope you look forward to a spiritually renewed body that's going to live on a physical earth. And in a sense, we get to walk with God in the garden on the cool of the day in that renewed relationship. So this day, Noah's birthday, where he gets this new kind of a resolution day where he sets his heart, like Ezra, to do things right, to live right before God. So let's do that. Let's be like Noah. Let's resolve our hearts, number one. And then especially, let's set our hearts like Noah did to live right on this earth. Thanks for listening.